Welcome, welcome, and one more time, welcome.
Well,
Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what we're doing. Y'all know where we at. It's Wine Down Wednesday,
Wednesday.
and y'all see my girl. She busy. She chopping it up. She taking care of business. But y'all know what time it is. It's Wednesday. It's Wine Down Wednesday. Tune in. Tell everybody. Tell all the deacons, missionaries, saints, and
And
friends
friends. That's
that we
right.
are on. Yes, that we about to bring it to you live and in living color. Y'all know who I am. I'm Sandy. I'm sitting here and my girl is working. What's up, sis?
Hey, what's up? Y'all know who it is. It's Shanice. What's good? Talk radio. What's good? Hey, Robert. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in,
I'm in
Robert.
the middle. I'm in the middle of working, but it's been a great hump day. Get my clients together. Say hi to Miss Maddie.
Hello.
Get her JD real quick.
Yes.
Little
She
song,
might
right? You
she
know.
might chime in, she
Yes.
might give her 2 cents in on the conversation that we're
Yeah.
about to have tonight because
Yeah.
y'all know how we do it. We bring happiness and greetings to everybody. What's going on, Nidra? What's going on,
What's
Akeem? Thank you
up?
for tuning in. We about to bring you some stuff. We're talking about relationships tonight, but before we get to that, how your week been, sis? How your week been?
It's been good. I can't complain. I cannot complain. It's sunny outside. I'm not happy about those bugs, but I'm on this side of dirt, so I can't complain. I'm having a great week. How about
Good.
you?
Well, I'm having a marvelous week. Every day is a good day, like you said. We above ground. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing. We couldn't ask for anything better. We sitting here about to watch you hook up somebody's hair. You know what I'm saying? So she can get out. She already beautiful and fabulous.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, and we know you about to hook her up, sis. So at the end of the day, life is good. God is good. It's all good.
For sure.
The weekend was great. We had a great weekend with Rick. Rick showed his buttocks. Rick Sexton. In case y'all didn't know, go
Oh,
look him up
if
on
y'all missed that on
Facebook.
that show, y'all missed out on a good time. I'm telling you.
You missed out on a marvelous time. We hope you can catch another one sometime soon in the future. But we want you to still remain covered up. Y'all see my girl got her mask on. She's still being protected. She protecting herself and her client.
That's right. Professionalism at its best. But I had to slay my client real quick.
Got look at her. She got beat. Look at that face. Did she get beat? Girl, you better you
Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah.
what's going on? Well, there go my brother Phil Penn.
What's
Um,
up?
what's going on? He said some women did too. We already know. We already know.
Yes, sir.
But we had a great time. It was marvelous. Come check us out again in the future. We'll be there. So hey, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Because y'all know what we do. The topics don't always come from me and my sister. They come from other people. So the whole topic tonight is going to be about relationships.
For sure.
But let me ask you, because the question was given to me, my good people, and I'm gonna need y'all to help. If you have my cell number, my phone number, feel free to call in because sometimes we don't know it all. We just give our perspective and what we think and how we feel from our experience.
Okay.
First question, because it's a 3-part, 4-part question or whatever. We divide it up. If the talk is good, we're gonna keep it moving. Somebody asked me, here we go with being single again. You know, we got these single people out here, men and women. So we got a single female on this one. Single female stated to me, why is it? Because they feel some kind of way about it. They're not feeling too good about it. They're not too happy about the way it's going. But this is what she wants to know. Her question was, why is it that she's seeing so many of our African American men with white women?
Woohoo!
I personally cannot really answer that question, but I'm hoping to get some answers. But let me dig a little deeper. Is it because black men think black women are angry all the time and their preference is to be with a white woman because she ain't gonna give him, as they say, much lip, ain't gonna talk back, gonna do what he asks, pretty much be submissive. What you think about that, sister? What you think about that?
Oh, this is a hot topic. We've had several conversations with several people about this. I feel like, and I'm speaking on it because of a family member of mine that I grew up in house with. He dates. That's what he dates. That's all he dates. Phil, you so he said,
Yeah,
Phil, when you play the song, you catch a cold for sure. Okay.
Count on my brother. Count on my brother.
He only dated Caucasian women, and I couldn't understand it because I felt like, and especially some of the comments that he would make, like, you're belittling your own race because you decided to date another race. And like, I'm the thing that bothers me the most, that chaps me the most about it, is that Black men get with white girls who feel like they blacker than me. They got more swag than me. You know what I mean? Like, so obviously, if there's a white girl that grew up in Price Hill, she grew up from a baby. She grew up around the culture. She grew up around Black folks. She grew up around our sayings, our talkings, our hand gestures, our neck movements, all of that. So she's taking that on, but she's still white. Our men are getting with women like that when you could just be with a sister. Like, I don't understand that. And secondly, I feel like it's because, again, they do be taken advantage of. They do allow their men to get away with any and everything. They do go for anything. And it's easier. It's not a challenge. You know, Black women, we go, where you going? What time you coming back? Like, we ain't just go for any and everything. I don't say all Black women, but the majority.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, it's no challenge. It's easy.
So you're saying it's pretty much it's an easy catch for most those that we are seeing with white women. It's an easy catch for them. That's
It's easier. Which upsets me because at the end of the day, I'm a woman like she is. I've seen so many white men just be disrespected because they want a Black man, but they take it. You know what I mean? Just because, well, this is my guy. You know what I mean? And so that part offends me because I'm like, first of all, not because you're race, you're a woman. Don't let him talk to you like that. Don't put up with that. Don't go for anything. You know what they do. They do, not all, but the majority of the day, Black men, they do.
And they're not being challenged by the white female as much as they're being challenged by the Black female.
Correct. And also, you have to think about the culture differences. You know, the culture differences is a lot. Like, you may love, you know, and same if it was a Black woman dating a white guy. The culture is different. Like, so you can't relate to me being pulled over because you'll never have that issue.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just one of many various things that biracial couples experience.
And my brother said a lot of Black men look at it as a trophy. You know, they look at white women as a trophy. You know, they got a beautiful, what they consider beautiful, straight hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever the case may be. Plastic all over the place. He said, but he ain't the one. He don't want a trophy like that. He's happy pretty much with the woman that he has, which is his wife. So at the end of the day, is it worth it? But why would, if you're happy, then I'm happy. I'm not going to be in my feelings about who you chose to be with.
I mean, if that's what you like or you love, that's what you like or you love. But at the same time, like, why you with a white girl that's getting Botox in her lips? Why you with a white girl that's getting her breasts done? Why you with a white girl that's trying to get implants in her hips? You know, butt injections. Like, why? When you could just be with a sister that's born with all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Born with the big, beautiful lips, you know, on both ends, the top and the bottom. But the whole thing about, the whole thing about it is too, you know, like Phil said, my brother said, particularly in professions, you know, athletes, but not only that, not just particularly in those professions, particularly with those that has money. If you look at a Black man that have money, he's more than likely want to choose a Caucasian female. More than if he has money.
Yeah, and if not Caucasian, a very fair-skinned woman.
Exactly, or a very light-skinned or a biracial female. I agree.
Again, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And you're right. You can look at Gary Owens' wife. I bet Gary Owens calling his ex-wife all kind of N-words. But why is he calling her that? Because he got to pay that money now? Because he the one chose, he made that decision. What's going on, Kelly Prather? Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
He made that decision to be with her. He also made that decision to be with another black female. So why did he choose? See, that this thing goes both ways. Why do black women choose white men to be their, significant other? Do they think the same way as far as having a trophy on their arms or having somebody that is, they're not challenged enough. He's not going to challenge them. He doesn't understand. He'll never understand. It works both ways. Joe Green says at the end of the day, it becomes whatever makes you happy. And it does. I mean, it does. Sure. But if you're going to, why would you answer this question too? Why would you be in a relationship why would you be in a relationship with somebody of the opposite race? We're particularly talking about black and white because it was the question was asked to me. Why would you be in a relationship if that relationship is going to hamper the relationship that you have with your family? Would you still be in that relationship? Would you still be involved?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Oh,
the $1 million.
So my client, Miss Maddie, and all her glorious fabulousness. So we at Glendale Salon, 230 East Sharon Road in Cincinnati, and I have beat Miss Maddie's face. You know what I mean? So I'm getting her head together, but she won't comment.
Go ahead.
Make a remark on whether it's something that you should stay in. I have a sibling that is extremely close, and all he dates is white women. And when it comes to his family aspect, I think that it is part of maintaining that image of the perfect family. And sadly, a lot of times, like, I don't know who asked the question or how old they are, but especially in my generation, I'm 26, and our culture has just sensationalized white women with black women features. So I think a lot of times that play a role, and especially my generation, I don't think we're in tune with our culture like we should be. And that's the problem that we're having, is that they're seeking it elsewhere instead of trying to make a home with what we were raised around. Like, my brother only likes white women, but he was raised around strong black women. So I think it's just, honestly, it comes down to people not being in tune with their culture, to be honest, especially when it comes to the family aspect. You have to be connected to your family for sure.
And I agree. And Joe Green, I don't think that your family will be dictating who you are. It's right. They're not dictating who you are. They're just, the issue is, I mean, let's go back to you. Your brother has been around nothing but strong black women.
Mm-hmm.
So how did he come up with choosing the white females all the time? Was he born in, did he go to school with a lot of them? I mean,
no, he actually went to school with a lot of black women. And I think that especially, he's a few years older than me, but I remember for him especially, he dates them because the black women that he would attract wouldn't let him get away with half of the stuff that he gets away with, to be honest. And I think it's kind of goes back to, he doesn't like to be challenged, and therefore he's going to stick with whatever comes easy to him.
So, and that's what we're saying. So that's probably the reason why we see a lot of them with them, and we can talk about Kanye. You look at Kanye, but you look at also the Kardashians. They ain't had none of the black men that they've had in their life, and you have to ask yourself, you ask yourself why. But at the end of the day, if your brother is choosing these women, Is it because he saw how he was raised and he saw how you guys are interacting with your other halves or significant others, or better, like the black men that you guys have been around, the black men that he's been around? Are people influencing him? Man, you need to date a white woman. You don't need all this drama. But at the end of the day, is he using them? He said that's all he dated. The question is he using them? Are they being used?
Yeah.
And how many of them?
Yes.
But how many of them has he dated has had money?
Yeah.
That's another subject in itself.
Phil Penn says, but I will say it's a lot more accepting now than 20 years ago. Interracial dating. It is. I have friends that are afraid that their sons and daughters are going to end up dating outside their race, and my thing is let it all play out, because you just never know at the end of the day what their choice may be. You hope and pray that you raise your children to be the individuals that they are, but when they get older, the choices that they make are pretty much theirs. But why stay?
They are, but those choices should never disrespect what your foundation is ever. Because it's gonna come back and bite you in the behind every time.
It shouldn't, because I still say at the end of the day, because even if we say it all the time, well, let me not say we, I say it all the time. The unfortunate piece, you can be raised by the best family in the world, black or white. Black individuals get into relationships with white individuals. It's always going to be a time in a conversation that white person is going to use the N word. That's just how I feel.
I've got a problem with it. I got a problem with that.
That because when they get angry, it comes out.
Or not even that. You have some that are in those relationships and they feel like they want to let the white person say that because they want to make them more comfortable. Make them comfortable how? This is not a word that should be loosely, it's a different time. The younger generation, they allow it. Us older people, we like, hey, you can't say that. Don't say that. You know what I mean? That's offensive. That's not okay for you to say. The younger generation, my daughter's age, maybe younger, they're not speaking up. They're not checking out these white people when they say that. You know what I mean? They allow it and saying it's cool and it's not.
Absolutely.
And so even in dating relationships, we got Caucasians that's just throwing it around because nobody has checked them. The person in relationship with them has allowed them to say that. Yep.
And at the end of the day, go back to what Phil said. The culture now is different from 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you couldn't. I mean, if you said the word, you probably got hit in the mouth or beat down, or it was a fight. Now it's like being in the relationship and using the N word it's like accepted in this generation now, which is unfortunate. Which is way unfortunate. So I can't. I mean, I'm a black female. I love my black men because black is beautiful, and I love the way they skin look, and I love the way they feel. So at the end of the day, my preference is to be with a brother. Let's not get it twisted. I did almost. I thought it for a minute. I thought I was gonna go to the other side.
But guess what? But guess what, sis? Almost don't count, baby.
Almost don't count. That's what it said. Almost don't count. So I don't know, and I don't know how we can. I guess if we can have. See, my whole thing is, I have nephews that have wives that are white, and I love them. I love them. They weren't my choice. They choice.
They people.
That's who they chose. But I love them. I mean, I love my great nieces and nephews. I love them. I don't have anything against it. But if whatever your choice is what your choice is. But why stay in a relationship if it's a hindrance to family?
Right.
Why you gonna stay in it when you know it can tear your family apart? And let me say this. I know somebody else that their sibling married somebody white. They can't stand them. but they put on that front when they see them. Oh, they put on a big front. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, good to see you. Blah blah blah. Can't stand them. Why be fake if it's not something that you like, sibling or no sibling? Why are you being fake about the situation if you're not happy that they're in a relationship with somebody of a different race? That piece I would never understand. I won't get it. Hey Tracy, what's going on? Let me let you catch up. We're talking about interracial relationships. The question was asked to me, Tracy, is why is it that so many brothers go out and pick white women? But the question is too, is the black women, are the black women not out there? We know COVID has played a big, huge role on people not dating and, whatever, it had something to do with it. So are you not putting yourself in a situation to go meet somebody? Do you have a stank attitude where black men can hurt you? I mean, there's a lot of questions that we can't answer for anybody. You could just answer for yourself. So are you putting yourself in a situation to meet people? And when you're in that situation, what's your attitude? How are you acting? What are you doing? Are you being yourself or are you being stank? I mean, so it's one or the other. Are you going to be open-minded, give a black man a chance? Or are you going to cut him off because of the way he looks, because he's not your height, because he's too fat, he's too skinny, he got a gap in his teeth, he got rotten teeth? I mean, well, I ain't dating nobody with rotten teeth, but I mean, is it you? Could it be you? Could you be the issue, the reason why the black man is not trying to talk to the black women? Is that the issue? Could that be the problem? So the question is, why is it so many brothers dating white women? That yet remains to be seen. I don't know if anybody has a percentage to see what the percentage is for black men dating white women. I mean, what's the percentage? I don't know. Tracy says, I can't believe that's still a question in 2021. Let people love and date who they want to date. That's what I say. I mean, but I can't control what somebody else is feeling. I can't control what they're doing. I just have to accept it and move right along because it's all in my family. I got dozens of them. So to me, to each his own. Just put yourself in a situation where you can be approached, where men can talk to you, where they don't have an issue with having those discussions, or even, she's cute, she's nice looking, her attitude, her personality. That makes a difference with black women. I'm gonna tell you now, that makes a huge difference with black women. Black women attitude is a huge problem with why they can't get the men that they're striving for. And on top of that, you need to pray about it anyway. So that's my take on that. But I don't know. I don't know why it is. It's money. It's the look. It's the not being challenged. I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff.
Wanda, it's Wanda Wednesday. Y'all know how we do it. I'm talking about relationships, particularly interracial relationships right now. And so we can get some men to chime in. I know we are global for Talk Radio, but we can get some men chime in who maybe have dated outside of their race to comment on us. We greatly appreciate it, or you can call in. So some people miss out on love being in other folks' business, for sure.
Yeah, they do, but or either not have enough business of their own, and so they miss out. So the next piece on this is, okay, so you dating somebody or you're in a relationship, you've been involved with somebody for quite some time, and you have fallen in love. Listen up, people. You have fallen in love only to find out that person is with you because you got money. What you gonna do? Now, you love them wholeheartedly. You love them dearly. You get along great. Things are going well for you. But you find out that the only reason why this person is dating you and showing you all this attention and, all or whatever is because you got some cash dollars. They said The next time, if I do anything, it ain't gonna be for love. It's gonna be for the money. How y'all feel about that? What do you think about that? Now that's the question on if you should stay in the relationship or should you leave. But now you vested. You vested in that thing somehow, some way, because your feelings are all caught up. Your feelings that got captured in it. So now, do you stay? Do you go? Or do you cut them off financially? I just need to know the answers to that question. Can somebody help me? What you think, sis? What do you think? What do you think?
I said, don't waste your time. When you already know what the sole purpose is, you wasting your time. You put yourself in a position that you don't have to be in.
But the time you put in it already. You have put the time in. Is it too late? Can you get out?
But in the back of your mind, once you already know all they about is your money, you should have a different viewpoint. You should have a different perspective because everything you do now, I'm gonna be thinking that's your angle. So that's hard to continue, in my opinion.
I am going to agree. If you with me because of my money, then I'm gonna need to cut you off because at the end of the day, I ain't got no money for you.
Right.
You know.
Say it again. You what? Say it again.
I don't have no money for you. Tracy says currently married 21 years. If I marry again, it will be for money. Well, all right. She said, "Don't judge me."
But here's the thing, Tracy. With Tracy, she gonna write the bitch and make a plan like, here, I'm just here for the money.
But if you tell them that straight up, then you're an open book. So Joe Green said that's why I never show what I have to any woman when getting to know them. They want me for who I am and not for what I have. I would hope so. But the question is that I don't know, Andrea. You know, these are questions that's posed to me. Obviously, they must not have the money that the person that they're dating have. What's the amount of money? I don't know. What do they consider a lot of money? I don't know that answer either. But I'm not going to be dating somebody that's dating me or in a relationship with somebody because they got money. My happiness is beyond the dollars. Now, don't get it twisted. You can probably make me a little happy with some money. But at the end of the day,
that's just normal. That's human nature, you know.
Right. But at the end of the day, is that enough to sustain the relationship? Is it enough? Sidebar, whoever did that lady's makeup in that chair did a great job.
Okay. Well, thank you. That would be me. I'm at 230 East Sierra Road. Yes. She had a little face beat real quick, little slight.
She got a hot date. Had to go on a hot date.
You know, Friday, it's a shameless plug, is Gemini season.
Yes, it is.
So and it's her birthday, so we're gonna be turning up Gemini style.
We are turning up. I don't really like Geminis, but they all right.
Go ahead,
So this is another question. So since we're talking about interracial relationships, we're talking about money, accepting money, or being in a relationship because that person got money. So let's answer this next question.
Fisher, F.I.
Should you? She was like, sucky now. She said, I have a Gemini son and a sister. Hey, she said they cray. See, you already know.
Yeah, on our bad side.
Yes.
I didn't say that. Tracy said that.
All right, Tracy.
I'm just saying. Tracy said that. Now, my question too is, so we talked about the interracial. Should you stay in a relationship because you found out that person has been with you because you got the money, but you paying for them? How do you pay for somebody? You get angry or you get mad. This just came to my head. You get mad and you get angry, but the only way I'm gonna get you back is if I got to buy you $1,000 pair of shoes, you know, or put some goodies, put some money in your bank account, and then you come back to me. I mean, why should that happen either? Why should that happen? Why should that's really paying for the relationship? That's really paying to keep that person next to you or walking with you or going to these events or going to the movies or going over a friend's house, going to the family cookouts. You still paying for them to be there. Why?
Right.
Why?
That sounds like a business
It's like
deal.
an arrangement.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Mhm.
ooh. Now you're talking.
That's called a situationship.
Mhm.
Situational ship.
Mhm.
Well, that's a good one right there. It does sound like it's a business kind of adventure. Tracy
You
said,
do something for me, I do something for you.
but is it anything wrong with being a kept woman? What do
Not
you
at all.
that's called a sponsor. Look, I'm agree with Andrea. I'm agree with Andrea. That's called a sponsor instead of
Right. Right.
instead
Okay.
of a kept woman or a kept man. Because I know a man that's in a relationship with a woman because she got some dollars. I know
What
I know
about it, Charlie?
personally they're in the relationship because she got them dollars, and that's the only reason why they there. I'm agree with Andrea. I'm not gonna say kept woman. I'm gonna say that's a sponsor. So you're
There you
sponsoring
go.
the individual's needs in that relationship. I'm agree with that. I'm with you on that one. I am with you on that one, Andrea. Good one. That's a great one. So
Hey,
my
if that's the arrangement that they got going and everybody happy, good to go.
Tracy says she old and the terminology is changed. She has become a changed female. She is not the woman that she was before 21 years of marriage. Well,
Right.
I'm glad you're still happily in love with your husband and you ain't leaving him. Because at the end of the day, I think these single women out here that we talk about, they telling you right now there is nothing out there. And the thing
Baby,
is,
listen.
you
Baby,
ain't
listen. Listen. We got you shouts out to GQ Barbershop. Elwood, our guy, he always say you better keep what you got.
that's our boy Elwood. You better keep what you got because at the end of the day, seriously, what is out there? You know, we sitting up here talking about relationships. You become single. It's hard out there for single women and men. There is really, so what you scraping from the bottom of the barrel. I
And
mean,
it's a different time. The morals have changed, values, people's character. It's a different, people aren't getting into a relationship for real love. They get into what they can get out of it, out of that
and
person.
that's correct. I'm with you, Tracy. Don't love the one you want. Love the one you with. You know,
Hey,
don't love the one you want. You better love the one you with. Because I'm telling you, when you get them, you better try to do whatever you can to keep them. Money, no money, some money, little money, money together. You know,
listen,
black, white, Puerto Rican, Hispanic. At least you got somebody, and they are with you. Because the more and more you and I know, sis, we talk to these people all the time. Being single ain't no joke.
it's not a game, and you don't know what people's angles are. You don't know where direction they coming from. And it takes
Right,
time because people try to hide a lot of things. They don't want to show themselves up front. So
right.
you end up wasting a lot of your life, a lot of time.
A whole lot of time, and if you with them now, you better try to stay with them. Don't. But see, and it's like, and this is another. Since we're talking about relationships, why is it that there are some people that are 50 something years old, maybe 50? Let's say the older generation, because we're not talking about the 26-year-old you got sitting in your chair. The older, the older people, men and women, but probably more particularly men, don't want to be in a solid relationship because they want to lollygag and flaunt and be with several different women instead of settling down. What is the problem? I see a lot of that. I see several single men that are older would rather be skip hopping and jumping with several women instead of getting with the woman that they are compatible with, they have fun with, that brings out the best in them, but instead they would go and be and do with somebody else. That piece I don't understand, but a lot of older men are doing that, and I
That
don't get
know better. That know better.
no better. that know better and they should be doing better, but they're not. What's going on, Linda? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for
Hey,
hey. We're talking about interracial relationships. We're talking about being in a relationship and you are only in it for the money. And we're just talking about older men not wanting to settle down, but want to skip, hop, or jump with other women, and just not wanting to be,
not
I don't
wanting to
know.
grow up. Not wanting to grow up.
You do meet individuals, representatives. I get that. You do. But at the end of the day, if you 50 some years old, why are you still out here lollygagging around? You ain't trying to settle down, especially if you've been single for a long period of time. You've been by yourself for a long period of time. What I don't get it. At what
And
point
it's like you should, when you know better, you do better. But that's everybody don't do that.
at what point do the game stop? At what point do the game stop? Those women with qualities that you mentioned are few in numbers, and vice versa. I agree with that, and those the same thing with men. Those numbers, that the quality of men are not there anymore because they want to do what I just said. They want to be out here sleeping with all the women, Susie, Mary, Betsy, you know, Karen. They want to be out here sleeping with all of them because the qualities of them they're not high either.
And according to my client in my tier, it ain't just the old men. We got old fools and new fools out here.
See, look, Tracy said her daddy is a 73-year-old sugar daddy. And see,
You better watch out. They're trying to get him for his art, his AARP.
they trying to get his SSI check. You better be careful. Your daddy ain't gonna have no money. They trying to take his check.
Listen,
And
get his little retirement, all that.
and I'm sure, and Tracy, I ain't trying to be disrespectful to you or your daddy, but I bet you he paying money. He paying some of them little sweet little young things some money to shake the legs in front of him.
Uh-huh.
She said she love his wife, but she's 8 years older than her. What? See what I'm saying? See what I'm telling you? He paying for that wife. That's the relationships that you paying to be in.
Ooh. You gotta pay to play.
No disrespect, Tracy, none whatsoever. But your daddy paid that little. She 8 years older than you. He's 73. Oh, baby. Ooh-wee. Okay. I take it your daddy works out, Tracy. I take it he's in pretty decent shape.
Still your grandma.
I'm
Or your
just saying.
grandma's granddaughter, I should say.
I mean, I just take it that your daddy in some pretty good shape. That's all I'm saying. Phil Penn daddy 75, and here go Andrea. Not necessarily true. Why isn't it? Why, Andrea?
Talk to us, Andrea.
Yeah, why it's not true, Andrea? You know me. I can be the devil's advocate, or I can agree to disagree, I mean, let us know why. Because at the end, you can't tell me that. I mean, don't get it twisted. Love is what it is. Love is love. I mean, you can't stop that. I don't care how young or old you are, but love is love. But if you're in a relationship and you know that most of that relationship is based on money, come on. Okay, girl. Talk to me, Tracy, offline. Please talk to me offline, and I got you. Tracy said she got to talk to me offline. She said, because, girl, it's something else. And you're right. Love is love, Andrea. I'm not disagreeing with that by any means. She said, and maturity doesn't matter. Doesn't have a number. No, well.
You're right.
Well, sometimes maturity does have a number because some of these people, I can't tell they in their 50s. I can't tell they in their 40s. They act like they 21, 19. They don't act their age. And I've seen it on more than one occasion. And that's
sure.
It's now we can go out of town and have a great time and come right on back. And then, we just had a wonderful time. Now, if it's another group of people that go out of town, that ain't the case. That's not always the case. The difference is women, I think, can go out of town and have a great time and won't. The drama what drama may happen, but When men go out of town, it's a whole totally different story. The mindsets of men when they go out of town as a group is different. You know it, and I know it, because
Yeah,
there are things they get to do when they're out of town that they would not ever do when they're in town. But I'm gonna try to do what I want to do. You can be young, you can be young and mature, but you can be old and immature.
yeah, and here's the thing: there's old fools and there's young fools.
Yep. Ain't no new fools.
But
Because a fool is a
okay,
fool
that's it
all day, every day. So
for
being
sure.
so my next question, and since we're talking about relationships, some women are off the chain out of town. Yes, they are. I like to have fun wherever I go. But when you say off the chain, what's off the chain? I do. I enjoy myself. Even if I ain't out of town, I'm going to have a good time. So, I see my sister sitting there doing her client's hair and getting her all ready and made up and, hooked up for her boyfriend, fiance or whatever, partner,
Herself, look,
her birthday.
herself.
So my
We all
question,
in self care over here.
my next question is that are women faking the funk with their appearance when they're out there trying to meet a man? I'm just asking the question. These questions are posed to me, so I'm putting them on.
As far as what? As far as what though?
I mean, your client's face is all beat and nice and beautiful. Would she do that every day? Is she if she's
I know
with
you guys, so you talking about catfishing.
yes.
So what's the question?
The question is, are women, because this was here we go. See, here you go. Here you. Yes, Andrea, I know what you're talking about, Andrea. I do know what you're talking about. When women go out of town, I do know what you're talking about. Okay, here go.
It's both ways. It's both ways.
It's a B out here. And Tracy, you're right, like Spanx. So my question is, women cover up. Women cover up a lot of stuff. Are they being true or real when they meet somebody and they are all like your face is beat beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Did you consistently do that when you're out every day? And then when you meet somebody and it's behind closed doors, you got to take that spank off. You got to take that girdle. You got to take that girdle off. So are women being real? We talk about it all the time. We talk about the weave. We talk about the makeup. We talk about the Botox. And Tracy was right. Even the Spanx, because we know women put them things on the squeeze them up. Are they being real? Look, Lord Jesus, are they being real? Because once all of that is removed, we know. Well, I'm sure and you are the same person, but on the outer appearance doesn't give him that same feeling. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting the outer appearance of what he's seeing right now is not what he's going to get 6 months down the road, or when you really get into a real serious relationship. Why do women feel they need to cover up so much and not be true and real? Now, don't get it twisted. Men do the same thing. There's some men that wear those stomach girdles all the time. I've seen it. I've hugged them, and I know they got it on.
Stomach girdles, men are getting the lace front. They getting
And
all
they get
kinds
the
of
lace
stuff.
fronts.
Hair extensions, to
And
get their fade right. They doing
the
it
Beijing. They put the Beijing all around. So are they being, why do we feel like we need to hide who we really are if we're trying to attract somebody who we really like? Tracy says women hide appearances, men hide wife and kids. Snaps, crackle, pop.
Now, come on now, Tracy.
What's going on?
Women, most of the time, they hide themselves because a lot of times you judge based off of your appearance first. You try to be the most appealing to get someone into you, but I'm personally, after like the first or second time of going out with you, I'm not gonna wait 6 months for you to see what I look like behind some makeup. because I'm not about to waste my time, and I'm sure I'm not about to waste yours. So after 2 or 3 dates, you're gonna get the everyday me. Yes.
Okay,
No
so
sex, no makeup.
after them 2 or 3 dates, okay, so how you know you want to? I mean, you wouldn't know if you want to continue. So obviously you've had that experience. You've done that before. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think we all have. We've all walked out the house beautiful, and on dates or whatever, and met people, and then, and our reason why I say 5 or 6 months, because I don't know if people old school used to wait 5 or 6 months, before anything happened. But now, it's like they doing whatever they want to do tomorrow after they meet somebody or the same night. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just I get that question. I get it all the time. Um, why women feel like they need to cover up so much when they're out here meeting men, because at the end of the day, they're not being true to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that question. I can't answer that question for nobody.
I disagree with it. I don't feel like you're not being who you are. I just feel like, if this is what I like and this is what made me feel good, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with self-care?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with me want to feel good and look good?
Just for you.
But if you ask me, hey, is that your hair? Or hey, do I want to see you without lashes? Say that. Don't insult me. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't make assumptions because I'm trying to hide something. This is why I wear makeup. Like, no, that's not what it is. Like, I wear it because I look good. I feel good in it. I ain't trying to catfish nobody. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I like. And so there's women who wear it every day. There's women who wear it once in a while. That's what the extensions, brows, the whole nine, waxing. You can say the same thing,
Yeah.
I get the Brazilian. You know what I mean? Like, you want me to go full bush? Like, I mean, if we're gonna talk about it, you got to talk about it across, the board, everything. So,
And you're
men
right.
get enhancements, women get enhancements.
And I'm with you, Tracy. Women, I think, and men need to stop accepting it and stop. That's what they want. They want you to go out here. People are dying because they are trying to get these buttocks is put on, all this surgery done to their bodies, and they're consistently dying, or the surgeries end up being botched. But I agree with you, Tracy. We need to stop acting like the Instagram model, because it's not the standard. Black women are thick with it. Some of us are. We've been, they've been thick with it for years. So why go and put on a facade like that's not who they are, but like you said earlier, Janice, white women are trying to be that thick, slumptious,
I mean, everybody's looking
with a biscuit.
everybody's looking the same. Like, everybody is built with a Coke shake bottle, and that's okay because it's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you might not like makeup, he might like heavy makeup. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a personal preference, and women, because I'm only a woman, I can't speak for men. Only do what they feel is gonna attract a man. And so if I feel like putting on my body shaper, you know what I mean, to give me a certain look, because that's what I'm continually fed through internet, through the television, through whatever, and then and guys are coming on to me, that's what they were looking for. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's a two-way thing. Like, the guys say, "Oh, I don't like that," but that'll be the first thing that they walk up to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's just how it is.
And that's the first thing. I mean, because and I asked the question the other day. Tracy said, I knew a 30-year-old woman who flew to Miami to get a booty and came home in a box. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that happens. So why do we feel as Black women that we need to change our naturalness because of, I don't know. Is it because of the white woman? Is it because of the Black man?
It's a lot of elements. It's because it's what we're being fed. It's because of what we've seen. It's because that's what they're saying attracts men now, or makes you attractive if you have a Coke shake bottle. You know what I mean? A bottle shaped size. You know what I mean? Like, if you got no waist, then perky breasts and a big old juicy booty. Like, that's what every man is looking for. And
And
so
is
a lot
that
of women a lot of women fall for that. So
and
some women they don't. You know, they natural
they don't?
they take it how it is. You know, I'm cool with me. You know, so I mean, to each his own.
Is that the reason why the black man got the white woman on his arm? Is that the reason why you staying in the relationship
Well,
because they got the money?
not maybe, not necessarily, because a lot of them, the white women that they dating, they get them same surgeries.
Yep.
So
And it is because of that. And once again, it's the Instagram, it's the TV, it's the reality shows, because we see it all the time. The brother says a man don't care for real. Yeah, because coochie is the same color. Ain't no, it's red, blue, I mean, it's pink or whatever color. You know, it's all the same. It's got whatever. You know, like you go with my sister, you get you get a Brazilian wax and it's clean. Okay, so either way, it's the same. You know, pretty much. A man don't care for real. He want a woman that can be his best friend, lover, homie, etc. Real men want to get to know you, not your underwear type. Well, some of them want to know your underwear size. But anyway, I digress. My brother said, I love when women put on makeup and heels and do all that for themselves. But what turns him on is a woman that allows a man to be a man, a woman that watched the game with him, yell at the TV, a woman that can sit and laugh at strangers while we out and about eating. Don't get it wrong. He loved to watch his sexy wife, but if it hit different, hey, he said it hit different when we ain't gonna go all into them things, you know, it hit different. We dot. We gonna leave it at that. And you're right. I mean, you know me, brother. Y'all know me. I can sit down and watch sports. I play sports. We can talk about sports. We can talk about economics. We can talk about politics. I'm not a knot on the log. I don't want to be with nobody that's a knot on the log. And I don't want nobody to be with me for money. I'm not into the reality TV show kind of Coca-Cola bottle women. I don't watch that bull crap because I think it's a waste of time. I think women nowadays are those that want to go to the fancy restaurants, that don't want to sit down, don't want to walk in the park, don't want to watch the movie, don't want to laugh because somebody got on soft walkers. I mean, you know, so
right.
and the beat goes on.
Yeah.
But why would you accept that though? Why would you accept that? But you know, it's a lot about being in relationships that we just don't have the answer for. We would never have the answer for. I love it when black women step out looking beautiful. Ain't nothing like seeing a bunch of beautiful black women all over the place. I mean, it's a beautiful sight because you get to see them in all shape, forms, colors, and sizes. It's a beautiful thing. That doesn't happen too often because the unfortunate piece, a lot of black women hate on the next black woman that's sitting next to them. Period.
Yeah. That's a big problem.
And that's probably another reason why that black man is gone over to that white woman. Because sister's always trying to dog the next sister out. And he ain't want to hear all that. He ain't got time for all that. Say something good about the sister. I mean, I don't know.
I'm getting all my client business real quick.
So you say you ain't don't stop trying to show your client and what's going on. She said enough is enough. I done talked enough. I'm in, you know, we done discussed this thing. I'm trying to be beautified. I'm trying to get on my date. Because we know she's going on a date. We know she's going on a date. And that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, my black is beautiful. So let's continue.
She's single and ready to mingle, honey. She is single.
Yeah, that don't mean she ain't going on no date.
You're right, but I just had to put it out there.
That don't mean she ain't going on no date. Joe Green single. Joe Green looking for him a nice woman. Joe Green, there you go, right there. I got your woman sitting in that chair.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Joe Green, I got your woman sitting in that chair. Joe Green, I got your woman chiming in. I got your woman watching the show. It's up to you, brother. what you want to do. Now, Doreen says some black women feel they're not attracted enough to go out and stand next to the pop bottle model. Okay, then I say this to that black woman. Then she needs to get her self-esteem up. And I don't know how she gonna do that unless she around a lot of positive women that are all
That,
that
that,
look
will
the
build,
same.
that will build into her.
Yep, yep, that will pour into that individual because I don't need nobody to tell me I'm beautiful because I know I am. Even if I wasn't, I still be thinking I'm beautiful. Even on a bad day, I'm beautiful. But the thing about it, I will agree. There are some women, their self-esteem isn't built up enough to uh, go out there and front that, and stand next to that woman. I used to be that kind of woman where I used to stay, my grandma, and I still say it all the time, stay covered up for Jesus. I used to say that. I used to wear baggy clothes. I was really hesitant on allowing people to see the shape of my body. Not that it was bad. I've never had a bad shape, but it's just that I was not, and it wasn't that I was never had low self-esteem. It's just the way I was taught. I was
Right.
just taught to stay covered up. I was taught to make sure that I carried myself in a certain way. But when I got older and things started to change for me, then I started to change some of the things that I was doing for myself. It wasn't because of the person that was standing next to me. It was because of me. And I think at the end of the day, whoever that woman is, she needs to change for herself and not because she's standing next to her friend that's a model or her sister that's a model or her coworker that's a model, her best friend that's a model. I think that, once you step up to the plate and do what you got to do, it's on and popping in. Popping. That's what I see.
Yeah, I think it's a character thing, a value thing, a moral thing. A cover up for Jesus, like it's more of a class thing. It's a lot of women that just got everything hanging out. There's nothing left to the imagination. And even though this generation is different, there are some men still that believe in, that were raised or been around women who are a little bit more covered up, and there's nothing wrong with that. They've made it now. There's nothing wrong with showing everything, but it's still nothing wrong with covering up.
Nope.
So
And I
whatever
say,
the preference is,
yep,
I've just always been classy, and tasteful.
yep.
I mean, they
And
get you farther.
you're right.
They get you
And
farther.
that's what I would call it too. I would call it classy and tasteful. And there are ways to do that. And it's not always, even if you don't have the Coca-Cola bottle or the pop bottle shaped body, um, you still can, be classy and look nice and look good, just as good as that person that's standing next to you. Because let's just face it, there are a lot of men, once they get older, they get a pouch.
Right.
They get a pouch. I mean, so do they stay covered up or do they not walk out pimping like they can catch, men or whatever? Yeah, Muslim women or Muslim, whoever, whichever way you want to pronounce it, they do that. They stay covered up, but that's their culture. Their culture uh, forces them pretty much to stay covered up. You never hardly ever see one of them without being covered. Um, but I don't hang.
The husband of the intended person, only the person that they're supposed to be with will see them uncovered.
Correct. I mean, that's from head to toe. But I've not hung around a Muslim or a Muslim woman that, she just covered up and I just ask her questions about, I never hung around them, but I have stood around some beautiful black women, honey. Beautiful, big, little, in between, tall, short, light skinned did it, dark skinned did it, and mocha. You name it, I've been around all of them and love them because all of my friends pretty much have a positive attitude and their self-esteem is off the chart. So whoever she is, maybe she needs to change the people that she's around, because if the people she's around are not feeling good about themselves, then that may be a part of the problem. That's just what I feel. I don't know. But there are some black women that have issues because they don't feel like they're attracted enough. But who's to say that? Who's saying that? Have she been told that on more than one occasion? I don't know. But my Black is Beautiful, and y'all know what we do. We try to keep it going. We try to keep the information coming and the knowledge coming to you guys. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. Whatever you want for yourself, you got to just go out there and get it. The anxiety steps in when you're about to walk out the door because you've been invited to this beautiful, fabulous, or low-key or backyard party. Whatever it is, you need to just go on and go for it. Because sometimes you might be blocking your blessing by staying at home.
For sure. You better walk in it and own it.
Walk in it and own it every single day. But you got to do you. You got to do you. You got to be happy with who you are. And y'all know it's that time of day where we come back and we talk to you and we give you a positive quote. What you got to say for the good people, for the good of the order.
Since Maddie was our special guest today, I'm gonna let her say her positive quote.
Let her say her positive quote.
Okay. Let me see. You don't have to compete with no one because you always winning.
What? Girl, you better say that for the people in the back. Say that for the people in the back.
You don't ever have to compete because you are always winning.
Always winning. And y'all know it. We always win. If you never think that you're going to win, if you never think that you're winning, you're going to end up in the back. We don't want you in the back. So this is the tortoise and the hare run. This is the tortoise and the hare. Don't let nobody keep you in the back. Because there are some people that will keep you in the back, will prevent you from moving forward. Don't let that happen. And y'all know me, at the end of the day, it's always better to give. Oh, you got to do yours?
You already know.
I thought you were going to let the special guest do it. The beautiful one.
You know what?
You got?
Let's see what I got. Yeah, you know, it's hard to come behind that one. You know what I'm saying? But a winner is not what you see. A winner is, you know, what you are. It's not what a person sees in the physical. It's your being. It's just you being you. So be true to you and stay true to you. No matter the circumstances, no matter how you look. We all got things that we're, you know, all of us have something that we are not too fond of. You know, maybe our eyebrows ain't identical, or you know, I don't like my way my pinky toe lean. You know, it's something like, you know, nothing on the body is exactly identical. So just embrace it and love it because that's how God made us. And love you and be you.
Love you and be you. And remember, the winner is inside of you. So there is no way you should ever see yourself losing at anything. So remember, compete like you ain't never don't compete because it ain't no competition. Because you are the winner at the end. And the winner is always inside of you. So keep that thing rolling, keep it moving. Y'all know, do what it do. At the end of the day, what I say, it's always better to give than it is to receive. We'll see you next week.
Next week, same time.
Same bad channel. We out.